Let's go! Alright. Let it rain, let it rain. This is liquid nitrogen, maybe not. I don't know what they make with butane. I just know this gets cold really, really quick. Like, I got wart remover and I put it on my back. I would never try that with butane fuel because I honestly have no idea the difference in the temperatures. The wart cream takes extra time too. But yeah, this thing gets cold. It's my little baby. I have to burp it, or else it gets jammed. I got a fire going to clear out my vegetation. I called the fire burn because last time Horry County came out here and said, hey man, you know, you got the fire in a controlled pit. That's great. That's cool. We got a call, so formally we got to come out here. Couple tips: if it's wet, don't burn it, and you know, just try to keep the smoke as low as you can. Obviously, we can tell it's white smoke. You're not burning trash. You're in Horry County. There's no issue. And I was like, all right, thank you. I don't know how to talk to the fire department. I know how to talk to first responders and officers. I don't know how to talk to fire department. Because first responders, I try to help them as much as I can. There was this one dude, he was on an EMT run by himself, and I should have told him, hey man, you gotta get my social. I should have walked him through it to help him, but he didn't have his partner with him that day. I've just been through this shit so many times, I already know. Alright, put your finger on this, we're gonna hook you up. It's my stick. I think I left my good one at someone's house, but it's okay. I'm gonna send them some stuff because fucking people call me a simp or whatever, but I understand the struggle of single women because my mom was a single mom for fucking 10 years. So I get it. Financially, the problem is she overspends and she don't care. She gonna keep doing it, but what she's gonna do is look for the next honeypot to go do that. So my whole logic in amends to these people half the time is not amends. Fuck that. I don't know nobody in amends from that side. Honestly, I don't, because I kept my fucking pact on that shit. And that fucking hurts, bro. But it reminds me, just like that ass whipping Roy gave me, that shit hurt. I was in adrenaline, I was fueled up, but that shit hurt, man. He told me it hurt him more emotionally than anything else to do that. And for me, the physical pain was probably the most overwhelming sensation, because I'm fighting an opponent I can't win against. Oh, I know I can't outstrike him, so I went to do a kick, and what the fuck even happened, bro? Because I know I tried to strike you, and that's when you popped me in my eye. I tried to get around you, strike you again, pop me up in my chin. At that point, I learned I could kick you and back up, but I didn't get my time to get my footing on the ground. So I think I went to charge you to try to uppercut you, and that's how I fucked up, because I forgot you know judo. So as soon as I went to run at you, you grabbed me, had me on the ground. I remember you even asked, so do you surrender? I didn't care what the fuck you were gonna say. I started punching you in the head as hard as I could. Before you even, you could have said, hey, I love you, it's over. I still would have punched you as hard as I could in the head. I just watched this Roger Jackson guy. He tried to kill somebody. He hit him 27 times when he was unconscious after he flipped him in a ring. And I get the rage, I get the anger, you know. I was a fucking young man filled with testosterone and wanted to fight. I've like been in 2 fights in my entire life. One didn't fight back the whole time because I knew if I tried to hit him, he would break my arm. So I just took the whole beating. Actually, they're both from Roy. Because I took his cigarette from the park and he said, I'm going to fight you. And I think later, it don't matter. Roy's pretty much the only person I've ever fought. And he's fucking insane. Man's 39, coming up 40 on December 8th. Yes, my love, I remember that. December 8th, your birthday. Oh, and you'll be 40. Your prostate is going to start messing up. You're going to get erectile dysfunction. So, like, the fire is real controlled. I don't know why they called the fire department on me last time. Probably because I had it, like, stacked that high in this other fire pit. And because of the Carolina forest fires, they got mad about it. So, anyway, what that's cooking. They got a judo gym that I want to get into because the girl I was dating, I think her new boyfriend does it, but I met him at a housewarming. It's really weird. Like, all the guys I met through her, I like a lot. Like, they could be really nice friends with me. No, she hasn't dated them all. But she's dated 2 out of 4, which is insane. It's not insane. She's got a real bad, like, I gotta always have someone give me validation because I don't feel like I'm doing a good job shit. Whereas mine is more like, I need a place of belonging. And then I just come up with stupid shit like the camp fund, the shed. Literally, this whole house, the idea of belonging for it was, okay, it's going to look like her house that her parents had in New York. I got the shed in the back. I'm going to get a shotgun in a vault. I got the upstairs room for the kids on the back side. It's the game room. Parents' bedrooms across the hall. There's an attic. The only thing is the boiler room would be like that, so it's a little off. It's not perfect, but I designed it as well as I could from what she told me about her parents' original house. And I've done a damn good job. But I had a lot of people help me. Ugh. And it sucks a lot, because, like, my dad's texting me, he's like, yeah, I see you're sad on, like, you know, I'm trying to come over and hang out with you because you're sad, and I'm like, dude, I don't want people around me right now. My brother's like, yeah, the more you isolate, the more that shit's gonna hurt. And I know he's been through it, because, I remember his first girlfriend, and how much he was, not a simp, but pretty much just like, hey, something special about you. The pain you feel doesn't mean they were special, it just means that it's fucking real, you know? Like, damn. Cat out here telling me all the time, oh, Hayden was one in a billion women. Like, sure, genetically, can you find 2 people that are the exact same? Probably not. But, like, listen, there's 1,000 dudes just like me. Oh. I've literally ran into one. And he's more badass. He's got a beard. He's, probably in his late 30s. He drives a motorcycle. It's like, how is that anything like you? Because he's just like me. He told me the same thing. Hey, man, the first time I went to the dinners, I couldn't say a word. I just looked down and ate my food and looked around at people because I didn't know what to say. And I'm like, damn, that man's just like me. He's just got more time and he's got more experience or wisdom. Because you don't have to learn through experience, you can learn through wisdom. Experience hurts. Wisdom's the easy way. And I am intelligent, but I don't do too well. Come on, baby. Do it, sweet. What time is it? That's weird. It's probably my blood pressure. I know I took my Colodidin this morning with my synthetic opioid and my antidepressant, but it's too early for me to feel tired. Like, honestly, I didn't drink coffee this morning, but that doesn't matter. I can't blame it on memories and shit. There's no way that's what causes me to be tired. Yeah, when I think of Roy, I think of the good memories. When I think of Christina, I think of the good memories. When I think of Kat, good memories. When I think of Rebecca, good memories. All these people, I think good memories. Even my dad, I think of the good memories. You can do CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy training. My throat's fucked up. I need water really bad. You can do CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. You just write shit down and break your own delusions. That way, if you generalize a bunch of negative shit, you can say, okay, let's look at what happened. My AC went out. What? Take my out of there. AC went out. Okay, that's not that bad. But when it's my AC went out, see, I'm trying to make problems. I fucking hate writing. But it's one of the best tools. My brother is insane. He's 31 years old. Happy birthday, Alex. Oh, also, happy birthday, Kat. Alex was the 22nd. You're the 28th. And I fucking hate both of you. Because Joshua's is the 2nd. Mike's is the 2nd. Joshua's is the 4th. I have too many birthdays to remember in August. So if you have a birthday in August, I just give up. And then my mom's is the 26th of September. So I have 3 20s I have to remember, and then 5 people in August. You know how I remember Roy? Because December 8th, Laura is November 30th. Easy. Single person to the month. I can compute with that. Christina's May 30th. So is Bradford, my mom's ex. If there's few things for me to put in there, I can keep it. But oh, and Becca's birthday's if I say her whole birthday, it's gonna sound bad. Not because there's an age gap, but because then it looks like I know her personal information. But Becca's birthday is the 27th of December. But I was gonna write her a letter and send it to her. Fuck if I know when her lease runs up, though. Because she did 14 months. And she came over for Christmas dinner. So she definitely signed her lease after December, maybe January? Because I remember in February I bought a bunch of stuff for Shanna for Valentine's Day. Because that's when me and Shanna were still talking. And then I told Shanna, like, look, we can get an apartment just like this. It doesn't have to be like you doing what you're doing. We can get an apartment just like this. I asked Rebecca if I could take a video of the apartment. And literally me and Shanna together could have got that apartment. But she wanted to do what she wanted to do, so I was like, I'm done. I can't be your friend, I'm the problem. Because my therapist told me, you have to put it on yourself, or she's going to find something she thinks she can change to keep coming back to you. So I gave her closure by saying, hey, it's not you. I can't be your friend because I am the problem. Still got a bunch of texts, still got a bunch of calls, Facebook requests, but she's finally fucking healed off that shit, and it makes me happy. Because, like, yeah, she took care of me for 2 years while I was out here. Made sure nobody sold to me. Make sure people, like, didn't fuck me up at the soup kitchen. This guy's going through another guy's backpack. I say, hey, stop. You can't put your hands on him. Hitting people's wrong. She stood up and said, Connor, sit down. You don't know what's going on. And then the dude was stealing shit, so the other guy beat his ass. And I was like, damn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how that was. I'm getting taught every day that we are responsible for our reactions. Or our responses. And our reactions, I guess. So, you know, I've seen a man hit a dude over the face with a cane. He went and did 11 months in J. Reuben Long. I wanted to go up to this girl's house so bad one day. It took this guy... Have I said anyone from the fellowship yet? No, I haven't. Fuck that then. Alright. Just kidding, I did. So Anthony fucking helped the shit out of me, dude. And he's the last connection I have to Bob. Because it was Bob, Anthony, Joseph, Dan, Dan's daughter, Dawn's daughter, and me. So when Bob passed away, me and Anthony are like the link that remember Bob. I learned this from Sunshine because I didn't believe her about this shit. Of why she stayed with this guy for like 16 years. And she's like, because the best friends we had passed away. And he's the only connection I have back to that best friend. And it makes a ton of sense. Because I'm like, yeah, I used to hate Anthony. I never wanted to talk to him. I didn't think less of him. I just thought he wanted to harm me or take advantage of me, right? Because a lot of these people are ex-criminals, and I'm like, look, bro, I know I look like a mark, or you could trick roll me, so I'm loud. I tell people, hey, I'm abusive, stay away from me. And most of the room does. And people that have seen me long enough know, and they hug me. And it's fucking insane. I've had people see me for like, not 18 months, not 19 months. 22 months. Never hugged me before, but watched me. And she came up to me and just gave me a hug. Like a mother just sending off to her child or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. See, the hugs start getting different depending on where you're at. Stephanie gave me a hug, and it was like that first responder, I'm saving you hug. I'm trying to think of another. Joshua used to hug me heart to heart. We'd literally turn our bodies into each other and hold. But nah, I can't sleep in his bed because that'd be gay. I mean, or he's just really into his beliefs and his bed is sacred, just like don't cut the grass on Sunday. Oh no, I hate it. I like Joshua a lot, but he knew what I was planning on doing, and I just wanted to hurt him because of all the amount of time and energy I had put into this thing. And I was like, dude, I can't take it anymore. You told me to leave the safety of Oxford to go to 19th Avenue, and I can't deal with having to be on the buddy system. I hate all these people because they're like jockey buff guys, and the only thing I have in connection is one of them plays Pokemon Go. And it's like, holy shit, we have something to talk about. And then we played Uno, and they thought I had a crush on Michael. So they're saying all this weird, like, uncomfortable gay shit. And me and Michael are both like, we don't want to play another hand. And then after I left, they started playing, fuck, not spades, but something else. Some other game I've never heard of. And they were betting ramen noodle packs. This shit was insane. Someone had to remind them they weren't in jail anymore. And they were like, yeah, we know that, but like, this is what we do for fun. I would go out to the dartboard every day. I wanted to play Denny so bad. My aim ain't good. That's why I used to practice with my throwing knife, but I'll get another dartboard, put it on the shed. I gotta watch there's cats under that shed. There's about 3. Orange and black is my favorite. There's one that has like a cut bunny tail. I might call the Humane Society if needed. If somebody's taking care of them, I don't care. I love stray cats. I don't know how to help them though. Because if I put food out here, I might attract raccoons. Like, a whole lot of stuff to come for their food. So, and my back porch light's broke. It's not like I can just set it. So, it's cooking, but I hate it because it's like a slow burn. I want it to cook up. Oh. This is why this fire is gonna take me a real long time. Put that on top, put that on top, put that on top. I need to get a tinder starter. Something in the middle that's constantly going to burn. So that when I'm done with my candle, what I'll probably do is get a bunch of wood, put it in the glass, and that'll be my tinder starter. Because, yeah, I need something that catches immediately and can keep this thing going. Otherwise, I'm burning pieces of pine straw, and it takes a long time. But yeah, I did yard work. I know I'm supposed to be doing Connor's life updates. So yeah, this is the shed. Kids' bed's gotta go. That's, maybe someone would like those chandeliers. This is the box of cables. I actually want to put a blow-up mattress in here. I have a portable power bank so I can set it up. I'm paying attention to the fire. I'm with it. I can pop this door in 2 seconds. Yeah, the shed. Roy had a shed. So I got a shed. By God's grace. Because there's no way I would have ever got any of this on my own. My best idea was to go live in a Section 8 apartment in Conway and, you know, die there in a box. Now I have the freedom of Myrtle Beach. I can go anywhere around town. I have beautiful rose bushes, a duplex property. Like, my grass has been cut. It takes a lot to do this, and you can tell I give a... because I blow the entire thing like that, just I'm not as good. I am as good, I'm just being lazy. And then I'm doing all this the best I can. I'm not getting into gardening unless I do tomatoes or something. I want to get a hydralia, but every time I buy flowers, I just cut them and put them in vases. There's something... Yeah, my neighbors are really cool too. The family next door is really nice, and the family beside them are really nice. So nobody's like made fun of me or harassed me or like told me anything. And if they do need to talk to me, they can. They can be like, hey man, my kids are scared when you fucking talk to yourself and use profanities. Because I know how it is for Roy, you know? Fucking me and Roy are on that level. We're from fucking St. Louis. That shit's different. You're just at a different level, okay? Rebecca was from like the goddamn middle class suburbs. So the only way I could relate to her, my anger and shit, was to just be like, look, I'm trailer trash. Because she couldn't understand. She's like, why do you get mad and have outbursts and like yell and then walk off? And it's like, well, I promised you I would never hit you. So I walked the fuck off with my rage, because if I stand in it and stay all there, I can't keep that fucking promise. Okay? It takes work to be able to, like, maintain. And, like, it fucking sucks. I remember as a kid, my dad would punch holes in the fucking wall. He had a house, he had a great job, great dude. I'm just saying in general, like, fucking, he would punch a hole in the wall and then my mom's fucking scared of him. And he dealt with the same shit I dealt with, which is once you make a woman afraid, there's nothing you can do. And every fucking night, man, I sleep next to this girl, docile. When we first met, it was really weird. I would ask, is it okay if I touch you? Are you comfortable with this? And, really fucking awkward. But I'd rather be certain than to just, like, touch somebody. And, she let me know kinda some stuff. But there are other parts I got from her that I just didn't get. Like, she would be like, I'm not used to constantly having someone be around me all the time. And what she meant to say is she needed space for me just, like, physically interacting with her. But the biggest thing for me was just, like, that fucking oxytocin shit, right? I'm like, look, I'm fucking tired. Every time I'm here, it's like a crisis. So all I want is to just be able to sit by you, because then I know there's no crisis. And then, you know, we would go to the movies, we would go to Publix, but I had no control of her. I would tell her, hey, you're overspending, and you can't afford this in this economy. And she'd buy it anyway. And I'm like, well, fuck, dude, you're not respecting me. I'm trying to help you, so fuck. I would make her food, and, like, I would tell her what I could do. I could make food in the oven, and, that's about it. Because unless you have a rice cooker, I can't really make rice. And she'd say, well, I want pasta. And I'm like, listen, it's been about 2 years since I've made pasta. So I tried to make pasta the way she wanted me to make it, and I'm like, ew, it's too hard. So I cooked it longer, and then it was really, really bad. And I was like, oh man, fuck. So that made me unhappy. The first time I did hot dogs was pretty good, honestly. That was like the best meal. But I would meal prep for her, and I would put her through a lot of emotional, like, uncomfortability, because I would constantly doubt, because I would not be getting reassurance in the relationship. So I would just constantly doubt so many things and be just so confused and felt like I was getting lied to, but that's her self-defense mechanism because she's been through stuff, so she has to do that. And the problem is, if I can't communicate with somebody and they can't communicate with me, things are gonna fall apart horribly. So in the end, I feel like, okay, you just used me until you could find someone else to take my place. But honestly, that's what I signed up for, was, look, this guy you were dating ghosted you after a one-night stand. He's a piece of shit because you thought there was going to be more to the relationship. So why don't we try to find you somebody and I'll help out. Because I just wanted to be friends, honestly. I didn't want to fucking push that shit. The problem is when I had to take care of, like, the animals all the time, which I love fucking Jackson. I love Littlefoot. But, you know, at a certain point, I stopped being able to eat. I stopped being able to fucking shower and cook food and do stuff I like doing. Because I didn't have a key to her place. I couldn't just leave. And then when I would leave, she'd be home, so I know the animals are safe, but she'd be like, where are you going? Where are you going? Why do you want to leave? And it's like, fuck, dude, I just want to go do the shit I normally do. I'm very, like, 2-3 hours a day, I want to walk around and be active. And the thing is, just her headspace where she's at, she's depressed and she needs me to take care of her. But the problem is I can't be there all the time as a full-time caregiver. So, like, you know, fucking, I'll go. The first time, she was really, really sick, I think. And, it was one of our big fights. Because I was really tired from being sunburnt. And I had been walking out all day and got her Burger King. That's not what's important. What's important is I had to go fucking bike all the way to Burger King, use all these apps, do all this shit. When she's in the grocery store, she wants to get in and out. She doesn't realize I'm using 6 different apps just to try to maximize my cash flow because I already know she's gonna overspend. But the most strategic things we did do together, right? We learned to cook meals separately because we had different tastes. We learned how to establish, like, a safe bedroom where, like, hey, if you're in the bedroom, there's no fighting. You don't yell, you don't discuss any problems, no fighting. But me and her were both too damn stubborn to yield. Because she would say something, then I'd say something back, and then she'd say something, and it always ended up with me leaving or her kicking me out. And yeah, I got a shit ton of resentment towards that, because I'm like, it doesn't even have to be this. I told her, I don't have to be your father, you don't have to be my mother. Like, there's a whole, I told her, I don't have to be your father, you don't have to be your mother, and then said the same for me. I don't have to be my father, you don't have to be my mother. Because that's some Gucci shit my therapist told me. And I was like, yeah, you know what, he's right. He's fucking right. Oh. But all that goes through my head is the fucking disrespect and shit. Oh, man. But honestly, she won't understand that it's disrespect to a male. She just wants people to acknowledge her and like her, and it feels fun because it's new. But that's also how she gets hurt a lot, because she just thinks this is fun and new, and then things happen and then it hurts. Like I said, with the one dude with the one thing, she was in that bed and really, really depressed. And it took like 3 days for me to get her back to baseline. And honestly, like, I wasn't there for intellectual conversations. I was there to just take care of business. Like, okay, dogs need to be walked. Go, walk dogs. And she wants to look at the park and enjoy life. And I'm like, what are we doing? We're going slow. We need to be moving. Like, I'm more New York than her. Because it's like, look, walk dogs. The goal, we get them to the park, they poop, they pee, they have fun, we do little activities, and then we go back. And I just couldn't take time to enjoy the moments, to make moments, you know? That's what my homeboy had a problem with. It's not about... Cat take this thing the whole wrong way and say, you gotta treat them like shit, they don't... You simping. Alright, look, the reason I get women in the first place, even though it's few, is because of how I treat them. If I was a straight abuser, nah, they ain't gonna come to me at all. It's because I make progress towards things, but I do have my own unique style of dealing with things. Again, I'm rushing through these tasks because I think it's important for her home to be clean. I think it's important for the bed to be made. When she's sick and has a headache and like she just wants me to be there for her and to get her a glass of water. But instead I'm like, I gotta take the damn dogs out. It's not that she told me she needed a glass of water, but she was sick with her head turned. So I'm like, fuck, the best thing I can do for her right now? Take care of the dogs. That way she doesn't have to worry about the dogs and she can lay in the bed. But what she wanted was time with me instead of me going out and taking care of the dogs. And it's like, damn, how do you learn that? How do you learn when it's time to take the dogs and when it's time to, like, stay together? I don't fucking know. I don't have kids. Roy does. I'm one of his. He's got fucking 5. Man's a beast. Man's a beast. Literally, I don't know how he does it. Because with me, I'd be Andrew 2.0. I'd be sitting on the couch drinking Mountain Dew. But I tell... Like, I wouldn't be able to structure those kids. If I was with Vicky, I would have been just as good as a parent as Christina, because I would have had her teach me, okay, honey buns in the closet, Mountain Dew in the fridge. Okay, all I have to do is get honey buns and Mountain Dew, and I can raise this little girl. But a goddamn little girl eating Mountain Dew and honey buns fucks up her teeth. Now she's getting made fun of at daycare. And now she feels responsible. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking rough. Oh man, it's rough. But you gotta think of Christina's background. Her dad's a racist and her daughter's mixed. So every day they're talking shit on her. Fucking... Oh. She dealing with so much bullshit from other people that literally she would hide in the closet in her room. She would go into her room and hide in the closet so her brother and her dad wouldn't talk shit on her, and she'd just listen. And that is the fucking saddest life I think you can have, is having to hide in a closet and listen to people talk shit to you. That's pretty much what Kat went through when her mother was alive. Oh, fuck. Alright. That's my kindling. I need something better to strip these pine cones. I'm fucking my hands up, and I got the black plague on my legs, but anyway, whoever's out there looking at this, just know I am the dock passenger, and you're gonna stay along for the ride.